Okay, I didn't want to make this video, but it seems like I have to. Which is kind of silly because honestly, I'm not a big content creator. By a lot of standards, I'm actually tiny and just restarting pretty much. But hey, my name's Birdie and welcome to my channel. Let's get into this. So my gripe is content creation is not an easy job to have. And a lot of people are only just starting out to try and realize their dreams to see what kind of content they want to make, whether it's podcasting, video podcasting, cars, gaming, tech, vlogging, absolutely anything, right? It is not an easy thing to get into no matter what niche you go into. You have to work hard and you really have to do a lot of research to be able to get good information to be able to start out. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get the best equipment to start out. In fact, you should go for literally the bare minimum equipment, because if you find that 6 months down the track, after you've spent $5,000 or whatever it was on a setup and decide you don't like it or you can't do it or whatever it is, that's money down the drain. A lot of equipment can't be reused for other stuff. I mean, sure, you can reuse your PC for other stuff and screens and things like that. Key lighting, yeah, that's fine. Even cameras, like if you get a decent digital SLR camera, you can use that for other things, even webcam. But when you start going to other things like audio mixing, game capture cards, any type of software that you might be using, it costs a lot of money to get into content creation, even at a bare minimum. And one of the absolute best things I love about things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, this niche of content creators that literally go out and they find really cheap get you started stuff, like the reviews of the Kmart gaming setup and microphones and things like that. I think they're absolutely amazing. Yes, they may not be the best quality, but they work. Then you got big content creators like people like Nutty or people like Harris Heller from Senpai Gaming, or even Linus Tech Tips, even iJustine. There is so many content creators that still review the lower end stuff. Now, there is one thing that you'll never see any of these creators do. They will not gatekeep content creation. They will not tell you and say, no, you have to spend this much money to be able to get good audio or a good camera or stuff like that. Sure, they do review those things and they show those things off, but at the same time, they don't say you can't go and get yourself a SteelSeries microphone and create content with that, because they know you can. I mean, massive creators literally sit there and talk into the little Amazon microphone that's this big that plugs into the bottom of your phone. And that's what brings me to the point of this video. I cannot stand gatekeeping. I don't care if it's within the gaming community, the streaming community, the content creation community. I don't care if it's in the knitting community, the car community, any type of community. There should not be gatekeepers. It's ridiculous in this day and age. But hey, guess what? We've still got them. And they are worse than ever, especially on Twitter. Oh, sorry for my setup. This is kind of a rush job because, well, I normally use OBS for streaming. So this is what I cannot stand. This creator here, Tessa Vivaviewed, whatever. They are a VTuber manager for hire. That's the first thing that's wrong with this. So they manage VTubers and they're asking to be hired. But this I cannot stand. If you are buying a microphone and are starting out with making content, please stop buying USB microphones, period. Especially Yetis. For one, I call bullshit. There is absolutely nothing wrong with USB microphones. There really isn't. This is a Beacn mic. It is USB. And many reviewers have said it's a really good microphone. Everyone from Harris Heller, Epos Voss, Nutty, there is so many reviewers. To put it in perspective, this microphone came from the people who made the Go XLR, which is audio mixing hardware that streamers absolutely loved. It's for XLR microphones, but those people who started out on that left the company, created Beacn, and came out with the Beacn Mix, the Beacn Mix Create, and the Beacn microphone. And personally, I love it. Before that, I had a Wave 3 microphone. I freaking loved that as well. And honestly, if they brought out the Stream Deck Plus with the knobs on it, I probably would have stuck with it because I wanted physical audio controls, so I got the Beacn setup. I still have the Wave 3 mic. Yes, it's got the pod filter, it's got everything. Like, I absolutely love this microphone. The reason I still have it is because it's not going anywhere. I'm still using this occasionally. Off the side of my desk, I have another microphone arm that goes to my racing simulator where this gets hooked up because I can't be bothered redoing all this through my cable management and stuff. So I still love this setup. And once I get further into setting up my racing simulator for streaming, this will be back. They're also calling out the Blue Yetis. Hey, guess what? I've got a Blue Yeti. This is a great microphone for people that are doing podcasts, for streaming, for making videos like this, for all sorts of stuff. There's two patterns. It has a cardioid pattern and the other one, I can't remember what it is. But this is what I cannot stand. They're pretty much saying that you should not use any microphones that use USB powered, and especially not this. This is because this is one of the most popular streamer microphones for a really long time. The only issue I've ever seen with one of these is people don't set them up properly. Yes, the Yeti software is freaking horrible. You look on YouTube for how to set this up for streaming or something like that, 10 minutes later, perfect audio. Same with the Wave 3 and the Wave 1. Just set them up properly. Watch a YouTube video. Watch 6 YouTube videos. Some of them are very entertaining. Epos Vox, I cannot state how freaking entertaining he is. He's very technical, but he does it in a good way. So they want us to read. So there's a solid chance that most of you want to turn this into a career. So you're going to want to make an investment into the most important aspect of your career and business, which is audio. I need to invest in how to read. And yes, don't get me wrong, that is a big thing amongst content creators, and it has been for a long time. Audio is more important than video quality. If you have crap audio quality, people are going to cut off quicker than if you have bad video quality. And I don't blame them, honestly. But you can get good audio quality out of all of these microphones. It's not difficult. And guess what? All these XLRs, after you buy all the crap for them and everything like that, you still need to set them up to get good audio quality. It's not plug and play. In fact, it's going to take you 3 times longer. Yes, it might sound better in the end. It might sound more like a radio producer or something like that, but it's still going to sound good either way. Now, I understand that most of you don't want to or can't break the bank, so that's why I highly advise you just save up before starting. Start whenever the frick you want. Who cares? Do you know how long I streamed on Mixer straight from my Xbox with just a freaking headset microphone? It was amazing. I loved it. For VTubers, you can have a PNG and hit stream, but if you have bad audio, you'll have low retention and need to grind more. No comment. If you're going to go for a USB and throw this list out the window, then do me a solid and get the Shure MV7, sorry. It's $250, probably US, and you can upgrade with an XLR setup when you're ready, since it's both USB and XLR. Every single link in this thing is an affiliate link. My problem with this is they are literally bullying new content creators to get an expensive setup that they don't need while they're starting up and using their affiliate links to do it. So they're profiteering out of bullying. I understand why you wouldn't go with an XLR because of the initial costs being high. For example, you need an audio interface to connect the microphone, something actually blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's another affiliate link. No matter what you're going to, you have to use a boom arm. You can use desk tripods, but very little bump can be awkward with stream. They are correct. A boom microphone is very handy. It's not necessary. You can use the little tripods or the stands or anything that come with them completely 100% fine. Sure, you might get a little knock and nudge every now and then that goes through the arm. Who the frick cares? Guess what? With the boom microphone, the same bloody thing happens. You can go and get the Rode one and all that. I've got them. Believe me, they do take a lot of the knock out, but if you're going to hit your desk hard enough, it's going to happen either way. Because guess what? A hit is still a shockwave, and a shockwave is sound. This literally pissed me off reading all these comments today at work. If you're a VTuber, you need things to be out of the way so that your face of yours can be tracked. Now, I'm not an expert on VTubing. Guess what? They're actually right. You do need things out of the way to track your face. If you don't want something in your way to be tracked, then you shouldn't be getting an XLR microphone. Like, yes, you can have them far away and it's going to get a bit quieter so you can turn up the game and all that kind of stuff. But unless you put it like, what's the point of that? If you want your microphone to be out of the way for your face tracking and everything like that, you're going to have to get a shotgun mic. They are an XLR setup, but all this stuff that they're showing you and then saying that it needs to be out of your way, a shotgun mic would be best. It's not necessary. You can still do this. I just hate it when they say shit like this. Many of you don't have well-treated rooms. This room is not treated at all. You know how good cube storage is at getting rid of echoes? It's actually really good. Fill it with a ton of really stupidly expensive controllers and a backlog that's bigger than your mum. But anyway, you can sound treat a room without actually sound treating it per se. I've actually got tile floors, like they're thick tiles. So This room's kind of a freaking nightmare for sound, to be honest. As soon as I put this stuff in here, it was great. Fear not, I got something that is good for everyone and can reject background noise. Guess what? It's another Shure product. Guess what? It's another affiliate link. If you're going into ASMR, you're going to want to invest in sound treatment. Again, bullshit. You just need a quiet room. If you look at the most popular ASMR streams on Twitch or wherever you go to watch streams, 99% of them will have very little sound treatment, if any. If you look at someone like Amaranth, right? But she does ASMR streams and she has a really impressive setup. It is stupidly expensive, but you'll notice that her room is not sound treated whatsoever. It's just quiet. She'll have the gain turned right down so it doesn't pick up all the background noise. It's that simple. And if you really can save up, and if the background noise is truly horrendous, my air conditioner is running right now. Can you hear it? No. There is fortunately a solution. Shotgun mic. This should have been much higher on the list. And then they go down here. If I had to reword this in hindsight, it would definitely be along the lines of stop buying condenser USB microphones starting out. Bullshit. Since you'll need to do a lot more to compensate when you very well could do better with plug and play with a cardioid dynamic mic. They're not wrong, but guess what? You don't have to do that much. Stop being afraid to change settings and stop listening to bullshit like this. And then they keep going. I understand the issues which I've made in this thread. I'll make a Notion page where I can expand mics to different tiers. If I had to start with a USB microphone, this would be the option. Yes, an Elgato Wave 3. But you see how they have backflipped very quickly. And that's because they literally got destroyed in the comments by content creators big and small and even companies. And I find that hilarious. And before you dismiss this wholesale, I've made response to the criticisms, both constructive and dismissive, blah, blah, blah. So they've retweeted. Big reason why I'm a strong proponent against it is because it assumes a lot out of there are good USB mics like the Wave 3, but no matter how much plugins you use, usually cannot exclude terrible noise around you. Bullshit. I think what they said was wrong. If they were trying to say something without being in this tone, then they did it the very wrong way. What they could have said is XLR mics are a very good upgrade for streamers that want to take it to the next level. They should have never said that starting out content creators need to get an XLR or not even bother. Because that's practically what they said at the start of this. Do not start creating content before you have an XLR setup. And that really angers me because this is a hard enough thing to do. As I said, I'm not a big creator. I'll probably never be a big creator. I'm fine with that. I like making videos. I like playing Apex with my friends. I like sitting on the racing simulator and practicing. I've started another YouTube channel where I am literally going out to tarmac rallies. I am rebuilding my Evo 7 and I will be taking that to the track when it's done. It's something that takes a lot longer to make a video for, but I've still got the gaming channel. And it's the same with content creation. Content creation gave a lot of people over lockdown something to do. And for somebody to come out and just say, don't even bother unless you have this equipment, no one deserves to be told that. I don't care who they are. Nutty, he's a Elgato partner, but he is a content creator from Australia. I believe he's on the other side of Australia to me. I'm in Western Australia. I think he's somewhere on the East Coast. I believe by trade, he is actually a software designer, programmer or something, a software engineer. He's incredibly smart. Like I can write little scripts and things like that for OBS. Compared to him, I'm nothing. This is how I caught wind of it. So he retweeted this and I agree massively. Massive gatekeeping alert with caution symbols because they are gatekeeping. Literally, straight up. Some good sound knowledge and tutorials can actually make a USB microphone sound better than an XLR. Probably the best USB option is the Wave 1 or 3 from Elgato, and I see no problems with the Yetis. Your number one goal as a content creator is telling good stories, not flexing how much you watch podcast each videos on YouTube. But this one, he just says stop tweeting because everyone was getting over it and they would not stop. And then we have Harris Heller. He was studying to be an audio engineer. The dude knows audio. USB mics are fine. That's all. He's literally like one of the best stream coaches. Or he's not even a stream coach anymore. He'd be like a content creating coach. This dude has literally a recording studio under his house. He knows what he's talking about. He also replied to his own tweet that most audio issues aren't from mics, they're from user error, like poor mic placement. I'm probably really bad at mic placement. I honestly am, right? Bad or no plugins. Very true. VST plugins are godsend. Bad gain settings. Very true. Most of the time you're peaking or way too low. Poor room treatment. I have no room treatment and I can get away with it. So can a lot of people. But in a completely empty room, yeah, modern USB mics make it easy to get these right. Pro audio gear can make it easy for beginners to get this wrong. And that is the absolute truth. Have you seen those freaking mix amps and everything? They're ridiculously complex. To top all this off, we're going to go with the absolute Mac Daddy of all streaming gear, Elgato. USB and XLR microphones both sound amazing. That is the tweet. And Harris straight down here, but how can I trust if there is no Amazon affiliate links to follow up in the tweets? No matter how big a creator gets, or even if they're a freaking content manager or whatever, they should never be gatekeeping. If these guys are meant to be a VTuber manager or whatever, they've literally just lost their entire business. No one is going to want to be managed by somebody who, one, tells them they need the best gear or they're not even going to bother, and two, literally will not listen to anyone. But hey, that's the video. I think I've complained long enough about how people are absolutely ridiculous. But hey, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. It would mean the world to me. If not, that's cool too. Completely up to you. Hit the like button, do your favorite emote in the comments, put your take on the comments, or even like put in what your favorite comment from one of these other people are, just to see if we can have a laugh, because honestly, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is just bullying, and that's it. They are just bullying new people coming into content creation. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you all next time. Bye.